Yes, indeed. Whoa, I've got a problem here with my webcam. Wait a second. Wait a second. Oh, great start to the stream here. Let's see. Can I restart my webcam? I hope I'm not going to have to kind of pause the stream and come back to this. Ah, my webcam. I accidentally had it open for the settings in another program, and now it's locked into that. Let me see. Let me just try and sort this out. It can be a problem, and sometimes restarting is the only way to go. Let me just try something here. Let me just try something. Sorry about this, guys. Bit of a technical hitch to start things off. A little bit embarrassing, but okay, let's try that. If I add that in, oh no, it's not letting me. Okay, I do apologize for this. I'm going to have to very briefly stop streaming, restart OBS, and then we'll be back. So don't worry, don't go anywhere. I will be right back. Okay, I hope that's worked. I hope that's brought me back. That was a bit embarrassing. Okay, hopefully, yeah, that's all going to come back. Yes. Not the most auspicious of starts, it would seem. Can anybody who's in here at the moment, can you just send me a quick message in the chat just to confirm that you can see me now, that everything's back up and running after that brief little blip where we had to restart to get the webcam back. A little confirmation in the chat would just be appreciated, very much so. But okay, let's get into it anyway while we wait for that. Hopefully I'm not just shouting into the void and this is actually going properly live on YouTube. There we go. Flipped myself around and come out the other side. Hopefully in the right place. All right. So welcome this evening. Apologies for that brief technical issue that slowed us down initially, but we are live on YouTube for the second night in a row. We're not going to stream like this regularly all the time, but yeah, I just want to get stuck a bit further into this Football Manager 26 beta save before full release. I don't think we can finish the full season tonight, but we will certainly give it a go. All right, good. That all looks fine from my end. Done a double quick check there. So hopefully it's all good from your end as well. All right, so let's get going with this then. So if you were in the stream last night, you would have seen a fantastic start to the season. So we'd obviously played the League Cup in previous streams, and we'd won that on penalties in dramatic fashion. You may have seen that in the shorts clips. We then had a fantastic start in October to the Serie A season, winning our first 3 games, scoring 10, no goals conceded. Then we came unstuck against Lazio, unfortunately. A 2-1 defeat in the top of the table clash. But then we bounced back with a massive win over AC Milan, 6-0. We absolutely destroyed them. Sassuolo and Parma also 2 tough away wins against teams lower down the league. And a 1-1 draw with Roma. That was disappointing, very much points dropped. As we had a player sent off early in the game on like 33rd minute. So we played like an hour with 10 players. We did take the lead, but Roma pegged us back. And where we're about up to now, or we will be up to soon, is a tough clash with Inter. Now, I did stop this last night just as we got to the international window with the intention that I would find the time during the day today to get everything queued up to jump straight back in. But, yeah, didn't get around to that, unfortunately. So, you know, we're going to go through this international window. We're getting some offers in. Now, I've got this player, Yanogi. She's been fantastic for us, scoring lots of goals, but her contract's up in June, and she has said she wants to leave. So we got an offer here from Washington Spirit. And look, I've got that thing we hate to see in Football Manager, the news that the agent has indicated Yanogi may become unsettled if she is not allowed to speak to Washington Spirit. Let's just check. So she's valued in the 120 to 140,000 pound range. So they're offering 80,000 with clauses. Of course, she's got only, what, at this point, 7 months on her contract. So what do we think? Is this one that we should potentially be accepting? Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, I've got a window here on my OBS which is not playing ball. All right. So anyway, what do we think? Should we consider this offer for Janogy or not? I'm going to view it at least. I think I want a bit more than that. I want more because we will have to buy a replacement. So I'll see if I can get them up to 100. 25k after 20 games. Per league appearance, let's try and get that to 1.2. And minimum league goals after 20 goals, we want another 25k. So let's negotiate that offer. Okay, I should have clicked on suggest terms. Okay, we'll see what they come back with. Wheeler Dealer, you successfully negotiated a higher transfer fee for a player. That's just popped up in the bottom of my screen, so I think we got it. So we'll have a look at that. By the way, there's no music in the stream today because I was using a royalty-free playlist yesterday, but I still got a copyright, not a strike, but just news that my stream VOD would be demonetized. I did manage to then remove the music, so we sorted that out, but I'm going to sort out something like Streamlabs or Epidemic Sound, but we'll come back to that later. So they have come back. Yeah, they've agreed to everything. I am going to accept it. I'm going to accept it because we are over wage budget. We've got no transfer budget left. We do need to bring people in. So I think in the long run, it's going to benefit us. Why have you accepted an offer for Janogy when the transfer window is closed and you can't sign a replacement? Oh, of course. Would that mean she moves to the NWSL immediately? Let's have a look. She wants to leave. That's the nature of the business. That's what we'll go with. It's the nature of the business. All right, let's continue. Anyway, let's see what happens. We're close to the transfer window, though, right? So we've got 3 games in December. We got a cup game, and then we'll be in the transfer window. And we did have a couple of Chilean players that we'd lined up, but we couldn't sign them because we didn't have the finances to complete the deal. So this is going to give us the finances, hopefully. So let's see what happens here. They say that I'm already looking to life after Janogy. Okay, Fiorentina training schedule. Okay, that's not what we're interested in. Okay, Roma are after one of my staff. All right. We'll skip through that then. See what happens with Janogy. Does she negotiate a deal and leave immediately, or does she leave later on? They're pleased. Board are pleased with everything except for the Lazio result. That's all good. So playing Inter next, who we had a 1-1 draw with in the League Cup final and then beat them on penalties. So they are a good team. If we take a look at the league table, we'll see they are currently 3rd. And if they beat us, they will leapfrog us into 2nd or potentially 1st, depending on Lazio's results. So the pressure's on here for us to get a result. It's away from home as well, so it's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough one. But we'll see how it goes. So do hope you guys have had a good weekend. So do let us know in the chat what you've been up to, which football team you support, and who they played this weekend. So let's have a look. That is the under-18s, under-19s signing people again. Okay, let's go and have a look at my squad. Can we get any update on Janogy from there? She hasn't left already, I hope. Let's have a look if we get everybody sorted into position. So, Janogy, where is she? There she is. So, bid. So she's under bid from Washington Spirit. She's wanted by other American clubs. Okay, she thinks they're in a higher reputation division. As you can see, we've got that exploring options. She wants to leave at the end of her contract, so that's why we've accepted the bid. We've also got, let's see, the goalkeeper. No, that goalkeeper's already leaving. This goalkeeper, Fiskerstrand, she also wants to leave, and she's got most of the WSL interested in her and most of the NWSL as well, it seems. So, yeah, it's we're going to have to invest some money in the squad at the end of the season. Or in January. Of course, I'm not planning to play to the end of this, beyond the end of the season, I should say. So she's agreed a deal. Yeah, so there you go. The deal will go through on the 27th of January. So I don't know what the what that press question was on about. The fact that you're selling a player when you can't sign a replacement. We'll sign a replacement. We'll accept that. It's unfortunate. I've enjoyed working with Yonogi. She scored some great goals for us. And our staff member rejected Roma. Well done. She only just joined us as well. But okay. So we've made our first sale. All right. Hopefully we don't live to regret that. Anyway, let's keep going, cycling through these. Actually, I've just thought, if I've not got any music on, I don't need to have my headphones on. Not listening to anything. So okay, there we go. I'm going to do the press conference. I always do the press conferences ahead of the big games. So let's have a look. You've had a lot of first-team players away during the international break. We'll be ready. It's a case of asking the team to play the way they played against Parma. All comes back to hard work. Do I agree with Suzanne Bakker to put Christy Grimshaw on the transfer list? I was surprised. We might have a look at her. She was useful when we played against AC Milan. You're clearly a fan of the player. You're going to write about it regardless. How much do we rely on Kouassi's physical excellence? Yes. Well, she's a potential one to go up front in place of Yonogi. Okay. Van der Zen is my go-to. Yeah. What are your thoughts on Inter's efforts to settle into a possession-based game? I've never been a big fan of possession for possession's sake. We often have low possession, so you'll see that in the game coming up. You're being refreshingly honest here. Like I said, not a big fan of her playing style. Okay. I like to be candid with the media. What can I say? All right. So that match is coming up tomorrow. I didn't really criticize Inter. I just said I don't like to play possession-based football. They've twisted my words a bit there. All right. We're going to save the game quickly, just in case of any crashes. Let's save that. And yeah, we'll get going. First match of the evening coming up against Inter. So hopefully we can get back to winning ways. Keep ourselves very much in the conversation for the title. So we'll do a quick pick and then refresh from there. So interesting. So I don't know if this is in reaction to the news about Yonogi leaving, but the quick pick has recommended I put Yonogi out on the right wing and bring Omar's daughter in to the striker position. Omar's daughter has been brilliant on the left wing, even though the star rating might suggest that she's not. So we're going to stick with that. Kouassi on the right, Yonogi up top, Omar's daughter on the left. That's what we want to set up with. And that's our strongest team, I think, at the moment. So I'm not going to try out any of the youngsters that we were giving game time to last night, but we will keep a couple of them as options on the bench. Let's get to the match. First match of the evening. Can we make this a big win? Certainly hope so. All right, let's proceed to the match and see how we do. Let's get any score predictions in the chat. Those are always welcome. Okay, and so we're up against Inter here. Internazionali, as Jamie Carragher would call them. Okay, we're doing well and we're on a good run, so let's keep that going. All right, let's see if we can get this to work. So she's playing well. Amaferga is playing well. Good. How are the squad feeling right now? A lot of confidence. Having the best defense in the Serie A. Have you been looking forward to another win? I'm very proud of the whole team. Off we go. Okay, this is a nice stadium, a bigger stadium than a lot of the ones we've played in so far this season, although it does look very empty. The attendances are not that great. Hopefully, you know, some DG ball is going to start bringing the crowds in the deeper we get into the season. All right, let's kick this off then, and let's see what we can do. We start with the ball, playing in the white tonight. I'm playing this in the Fiorentina third kit from last season. I got that one off surprise shirts as we give the ball away to Inter. Hopefully this isn't an early goal. Oh, and they hit the post. Oh my God, what a start. I got so used to it just being a kickoff highlight that doesn't mean anything. But here we had a big one. All right, Kouliassi picks it up, but that's the end of the highlight. So we got away with that a little bit there. We got a bit sloppy. We almost got punished. So we've got to keep the focus up. This is where I need a shout to tell my team to stay focused, or to encourage them to keep going. You know, that would be useful. They should consider a feature like that for the game. What an idea. Anyway, here come Inter again. Inter very positive. Obviously, they're G'd up for this one. Is that offside? I think that was. Yeah, it was immediately disallowed. Okay, good. Yeah, you could tell that one. The run definitely looked too early. But okay, this is a good beginning for us. Let's see what we can do here. Can we get our first attack of the game together? Here we go. We're using that flank nicely. Omar's daughter, where is she? There she is. Get the cross in. She was looking for Yanogi. It's come out to Kouliassi though. Kouliassi goes for goal and almost. Good save from the keeper. This is more like we're getting into the game a bit now. Hopefully that's a sign of things to come. Here we go. Yanogi, we've seen her score these before. Is she going to whip this one in? Oh, good save by the keeper. We are really getting the best out of this keeper here. We're only up to 15 minutes as well. It's been a very, very positive start. All right. Good stuff. So, oops. Sorry. Just checking a few things on my OBS there, making sure everything's running fine. Do let me know if you're watching the stream if anything doesn't quite look right, as it were. But here we go. Van der Zenden bringing the ball forward. She plays it back. Okay, good. And we get it out to Omar's daughter, who went for the first time cross towards Kouliassi. That was the interesting passage of play, I would say. But, yeah, pretty good stuff. Good to see that we are going for it. Right. Let me just, like I said, I'm just trying to make some adjustments to my screen here. Sorry if I keep getting distracted by that. But here comes Kouliassi. Kouliassi all the way through. Should have scored that. She should have scored that. Definitely. Should have scored that. Right. Okay. Here we go. It's looking like Inter are launching an attack for the first time in a while. Let's see if we can cope with this one and get up the other end. Good block by the defense. I like that good block. Hopefully we can launch a counter from here. That's the kind of way we're set up to play. Counter-attacking football all the way. Counter-attacking football. It's what we love to see here on the DG channel. But at the moment, we're under the cosh a bit. All right, good. Sorry, just made those edits that I needed to on the fly. Fantastic. Here come Inter. Inter looking for that opening goal. And again, good defending. The defense are really throwing themselves in front of everything here. I'm impressed with the commitment, that's for sure. Love to see a bit more positive attacking play. Like we had that good spell earlier in the game. But let's see what it brings. Let's see what it brings. All right. So, there we go. Let's have a look. We've won it. Yanogi in a great position. She just pounced on that ball. And here's Kouliassi. Can she finish this time? No. She should have had a hat-trick already. Really, she should have had a hat-trick already. All right. Let's see. Can we get a goal before half-time? That would really help. Yeah, I think if we look at the stats, we deserve to be in the lead. We've had the more shots. We've had more shots on target. We've got the better XG. Kouliassi, it was the right idea, but the defender just read that Very well. Otherwise, Yonogi would have been through, would have been onside. Oh, Severini sliding in there. That's great commitment. Absolutely fantastic. Severini then showing a bit too much commitment with that challenge, but luckily she doesn't get carded for it. All right. Come on. Half time then. Look at these stats. Look at these stats. Inter had 4 shots, none on target. We've had 5 on target. We've had more on target than they've had shots. They've dominated possession, but this is what we had that back and forth about in the press conferences before the game. Possession doesn't matter. That's not the important statistic. Okay. Anyway, I'm proud of everyone's efforts. Keep going. We can win this. Defenders, keep going. We're going to keep it all positive. In lieu of an encouragement button. Except for Janogi. She said she wanted to go and play in a higher quality league. And here she is in this low quality league, unable to finish. So, you know, she needs to sort that out. She's not going to get any more kind words from me. I'm going to tell it like it is. No encouragement. No kind of making that bad performance seem like, don't worry, you'll be fine next week. We'll be a lot harsher with her now that she's agreed to leave the club. What was that defending? I did not like that. But anyway, let's get back to that first half defending we had when we were throwing ourselves in front of the ball and blocking all kinds of shots. But no, Inter Milan open the scoring. Not good. Not what we wanted to see. But okay, we'll come back from this. We'll bounce back. We've done it before. That's where we've struggled, though. When we've come up with, like when we played Lazio, it was first versus second. Lazio came out on top. Here, okay, we've got the advantage coming into this game against Inter. But now we do not have the advantage. They are going to leapfrog us in the table unless we can turn this around here. That was not good. This is where we need those shouts. This is where we need to say to our team, what are you doing? This is not good enough. Anyway, substitution time, definitely. Kouiassi, she's been rubbish. So, Bonfantini, you're on. Get yourself warmed up. Get on there. You are going to help us turn this around. Who's looking anxious? Van der Zenden. We don't want anxious players on the pitch. Not when we're chasing the game. So, who have we got who can come on? Fiangari. Okay, let's get her on. And I'm going to bring on... So, Severini. She's only got a 6.5, but she's looking motivated. Good. I'm going to take off Kermark. So I need Tryggvadóttir coming on for her. Let's have a look at the instructions as well. We're already playing direct and high tempo. I'm going to give them a bit more creative freedom. What else do we want? We want to push up a bit more of a high press. Going to trigger press much more often. Make sure we're counter pressing. Get all of that good stuff in there. Okay. Plenty of time to change this. Let's get back into this. Come on, ladies. Let's pull this back to 2-2. If we can. We need a goal quickly. A goal before 75. And then I'll feel confident that we can get the equaliser. And we start with an Inter Milan highlight right after saying that. Okay. Good steal from Snelle, though. Very good steal. Is anybody going to come with her? She's got support behind. There's one player in the middle. Good. She held it up nicely. She's won it back. Good stuff. We've got space on the right, but Bonfantini goes straight to Yonogi. I said, I want a goal before 75 minutes, and we've got one on 73 minutes. Fantastic. And the substitutions worked. Bonfantini on as a sub. She just immediately assists. That is brilliant. Okay, game on. Game on. Let's get this. So we'll go up to... We'll give them a few more minutes from here. And then we'll see if we can get a second goal in. If not, we're going to make a few more tactical tweaks. Really up the tempo on this. Here we go. We've got free kick, dangerous position. But Inter Milan deal with it well. And now they're launching a counter-attack. Come on, let's close this down. Win this ball back. We've got plenty of defenders back. So we should be able to deal with this. But no, she just skips. She just skipped past that defender like she wasn't there. And suddenly that goal we clawed back. No. Right. We're still going to make some changes. I've got to wait for the next break in play. Do I really? Right. Tactics. Let's go. All instructions. We are going to encourage shots from distance. We are... There's one big annoyance with the UI when you're trying to click on those little arrows and it takes you out to this box instead. Crossing style, we want whipped crosses. All right, good. I miss shoot on sight as well. Anyway, dribbling. We'll encourage dribbling too. Oh, wait, all instructions. I forgot the out of possession ones. Defensive line, we want that much higher as well. Okay, good. No short goalkeeper distribution. Right, what about our substitutions? We've still got a couple that we can make. Katena, she's been complaining that she hasn't been getting enough game time. Omar's daughter's not having a good game, so Katena, go and show me, prove me wrong. Show me that I should have been picking you much earlier. And I think that's probably going to be it. The team talk. Confirm. Let's see if that makes any difference, or are the highlights just going to peter out now? Come on. Come on, we're into stoppage time. Very attacking. Let's try that for the final few minutes. But I think it's just going to be another disappointing defeat. We're not going to get 2 goals now anyway. Disappointing. Disappointing. Not happy with what I just saw from this team. And we dropped down to 3rd. Not the best start for the first match of the evening. Inter got the result. Yeah, credit to them. We weren't as bad as the scoreline suggests. I mean, we had those chances in the first half. We really should have won that. Not a case of going back to the drawing board. We don't want wholesale changes here. So Inter do go top. Lazio still to play. Okay, we're just hoping now Lazio don't win, because if they win, that opens up a massive gap. If they draw in this game they've got coming up, we'll take that. Let's see what goes here. We want to stay in the hunt. We want to stay close to the leaders. Okay, assistant on the press conferences. Thank you very much. And let's continue. All right. There was a message there about resting a player, or I was planning to rest anyway for the next game. So, we find a player, Tony Olu, for getting a ban. Too many yellow cards. We do like to be tough. I did tell them, you know, it's set up as part of my manager profile. I'm tough on discipline. If you cross the line. Oh, Lazio, look at that. With a massive win against Napoli Women, 5-0. So, Lazio 2 points clear at the top of the table. We're 3 points behind them now. And Juventus in 4th have a game in hand over us. So, we could be dropping down to 4th soon. Okay, Bay FC have made an offer for Michaela Catena. Okay, now she was someone who said she was unhappy about her lack of playing time. I haven't been using her. 150 is a good amount of money. So I am going to view this offer. Seeing as she wants to go, let's get this up. I'm going to get a bit more money for her if we can. So let's negotiate something more in the 150,000 range. I'm going to suggest those terms. Okay, I've accepted the offer. We're selling today. Scouting update. So let's have a look who the scouts have spotted for me. I need a striker, really. So, I mean, this one looks decent, but that's not what we're interested in. A centre-back, Swiss centre-back, experienced international. Could be. We've also got this one, Evie Robjohn from Sunderland. Okay, one for the future. we'll keep that report as well. Kinoshita, free agent. A midfielder, free agent, defensive midfielder. Right. Definitely. We want to speak to her agent and see what they recommend. What can I do for you? We're keen on signing Kinoshita and would like to know more. Okay, Kinoshita is intrigued about moving to Fiorentina, asking for 1.1k a week. That's a lot. 975 sounds more like it. Okay, good. So we will make an offer there. I think we could do with a bit more depth in that defensive midfield role. So we are okay. This is a transfer value is NA. She's a free agent, so approach to sign. Okay, approach to sign rather than directly going to offer contract. Okay, good. So squad player becoming a regular starter. That's fine. No, I'm not agreeing to a specific role. Okay, good. Happy with that. Let's negotiate the contract. So let's go for 950. I'll just feign ignorance. I thought we agreed 950. Appearance fee, let's get that down as well. Yearly wage rise is going to be a non-negotiable 5%. How about that? She wanted 1.1. We'll say we'll give you that after you've got your international games. No, she says. Okay, so 975. Let's go to 1.2 after 10 games. See what she says to that. No, this one's playing hardball. Okay, we'll go 1,000. We'll go 1,000. No, they don't like that. Okay, that deal works, apparently. All right. Thought it was pretty similar to the last one. But good, we'll take it. Exit talks. Fantastic. Okay, Kinoshita. Looks like she might be one that comes in. So we've got Lindsay Thomas of France, a winger. I'm not really interested in wingers at the moment. I'm going to discard that one. She's a bit on the older side as well. Everton. So we've got an experienced Italian international, but going to be expensive. So we'll discard that. We've got here from Australia, Gala Bada Arachichi. Right, diminutive winger. Okay, sounds interesting, but not what we're looking for. Deanne Rose from Nottingham Forest, Canadian, international, plays as a striker. This is someone we could bring in, but the transfer fee is probably too much for us. Christy Grimshaw, who we saw, Christy Grimshaw, who we saw mentioned, transfer listed by AC Milan, but not a player that we're looking for. We've got a star of the future here, Jessica Nash. But again, not the kind of person we're looking for, so we're just skipping through these. I'm going to discard that one. Marashi from England, a midfielder. Again, not what we're looking for. Paulo Garcia, a Mexican forward. 2-star potential. So one for the future, very much. One for the future. Let's just have a look at the profile, if we can. So is she quick? Yes, fairly quick. 16 finishing. That's all good. We do have to watch out for our non-EU quotient, though. I'll keep the report, but I'm not going to make any offer for now. Not too interested in a goalkeeper at the moment. And Moroni, fullback, free agent. Free agent, that's always good. Defender left. Okay, she could be the best one at the club. All right, we might just approach the sign. There's no option there to talk to an agent. Hopefully she hasn't got an agent. She does have an agent. They want me to improve first team coaching staff. No. Want me to strengthen the attackers. Well, I want to do that as well, but I'll still remove it. I don't want to be judged on it. Okay, let's negotiate this contract. Ooh, she's asking for a lot. Let's try and get it down to 1.1. Get that loyalty bonus down to 40k as well. Probably she's not going to go for this. But we will try. We'll try our best. Let's have a look at our sell-on fee. Let's get that to 10. And I will give you more than that for helping us win the title. Okay. They didn't like that. Let's try a new negotiation. I can't offer you much higher than that. 1.4 is the maximum. Okay, they went with that. So Moroni is potentially coming in. A couple of free agent signings. Looking good. But we still need a striker. We do potentially have a young striker in the team who I could give more game time to. So we'll have a look at that in a minute. Hurtig, developing concerns. Well, we've got a striker here. She feels she should be starting more games. Okay, I'm going to speak to her and say, okay, I'm going to give you a chance. You've got until the January transfer window to show me what you can do. Okay, I'm going to start you. I'll give you the playing time you want. I'm going to start her in place of Yonogi. Seeing as Yonogi's leaving, we've got to start looking to the future. So we'll take that risk. I think we've got, in terms of our games coming up, let's have a look. Tenana Women should be winnable. Sassuolo in the Cup. So 2 games there. Those are good games where I'm going to do some rotation anyway. Coming back in with Juventus away. That's going to be tough. But hopefully by that point we'll have made a few signings. All right. Let's see what we can do here. Ah, there's my young striker. What a time to be out injured for 4 weeks. Okay. So I got this young striker. As you can see up here, she's got decent potential. Lots of loan interest in her earlier in the season, but I decided to keep her. But okay, it's going to be Hurtig. Hurtig asked for the game time. Yonogi has to leave. Young striker gets injured. It's all kind of lining up. So Kinoshita has agreed to join us. So let's have a look. It can be finalized. We've got a bit of a transfer budget after making some sales, so let's go for that. Good. Let's have a look. Any truth that BFC could make a move for Catena? Apparently the opportunity to speak to the press on that one has already passed. Must have not been paying attention. Oops. Anyway. Tenana Women coming up in 2 days. So let's get to that. And then we've got to get through this mid-season break as well. So who's been injured this time? Winyance, who we haven't used at all. So that's fine. Okay. Let's get through to this next game. We've got to bounce back after that disappointing defeat with Inter. So we've got to try and bounce back here. Okay. Assistant can take care of the press conference. Then we're just going to save. Make a new save file. Just so we don't lose anything. Do let me know in the chat, by the way, what your thoughts on FM26 are so far. Either through playing it yourself, if you have been playing the Advanced Access beta, or through through the content that you've seen online and the reviews and things like that. Tell me what your thoughts are. Be interested to get your perspective. Well, Ceberini, one of our youngsters, has been training well. So they've taken away the button where the top performing person, you could just directly click on praise. They've taken that away, unfortunately. Trained really well recently. We might give her a start in the next game as a reward. A little thank you for training hard. That would be good. All right, let's see where we go from here. Right, so we've got a couple of changes to make. So Toniolo is suspended for this one. So at left back, we're going to have to bring in Johansson. So in she comes. Hurtig said, I want to start more games. Unogi wants to leave. So that's all lined up nicely. So Cherubini, that's the one who we've just praised for her efforts in training. So we're going to give her a start too. And then we've got Bandini, who we like to give a game where we can. So seeing as Winyans is injured, we'll drop her off the subs bench. So Bandini's coming in for Kermack. And what Cherubini? Cherubini's going to get the start ahead of Severini. Okay, that's a bit of an inexperienced midfield, but we'll go for it. Bonfantini, I'm going to give her a start as well. So a few changes after a disappointing result last time. Let's see if we can get the win. Yeah, we need to get back to winning ways. Finish the, going into the winter break on a high. Marked improvement from all of you today, please. And we've also got faith in you. So talk to the media. Where do you need to improve? That wasn't the proper Fiorentina last time. How pleased are you with the team's recent record in front of goal? Of course, we're pleased. What are your thoughts about the recent run of fixtures? Yeah, it's been fine. Got a lovely purple roofed stadium. Absolutely fantastic stadium, this one. All right. Tenana lining up with a narrow diamond. We've done well against teams that have lined up this way so far. Tenana Women, you can see only 2 wins this season. 8 points. We played them in the League Cup. It was actually our very first competitive game. It was against Tenana. It was a comfortable 3-0 win. We want more of the same today. Right. Let's see if we can do this. All right. We're starting with Tenana on the ball here with the free kick. Oh, good tackle from Bonfantini. That's what we like to see. Get stuck in, indeed. Omar's daughter cutting inside. She's got the support on the overlap. If she wants it, she goes for goal. A bit greedy there, I would say. She could have knocked that out further wide for the overlapping run from the left back. She could have cut that inside for Hurtig to score. But okay, it's good pressure for us. The momentum is with us on this. Omar's daughter. Let's see what she does this time. She plays in Schnerle. Schnerle with the cross. Bonfantini leaves it. Knew she couldn't get to it. Tenana now looking for that counter-attack. We need to close them down. If we fall behind here, I will start getting very worried as 2 players come in to close that winger down. Side netting, harmlessly away. We dealt with it nicely. Okay, good. Anyway, let's see what we can do here. So, Johansson in the team. Bonfantini. Oh, she dances past everybody and scores a great goal. That's more like it, Fiorentina. We're back. We're back, everyone. Yes, this is what we were wanting to see. This is what we wanted to see. All right, good stuff. Oh, look at that. Just completely made a fool of that defender. Nutmegged her as well. And then with the finish. Brilliant. Things you love to see. A nice bit of a nutmeg on Football Manager. All right, let's see if we can get this one in up to 2-0 before half-time. All right. If you are watching and enjoying the live stream tonight, please do make sure you hit like as well. Hit that like, and that will help, push this out to more people. And get a few more people in the chat. That would be great. All right. So the attack breaks down. We get the chance now to launch a quick counter. Omar's daughter coming forward. This is good. I did transfer this tactic over to a save I'm doing with Manchester United earlier today. And we had a game against Man City in the League Cup, which we won 4-0. And it was a strong Manchester City side too. They had Haaland. They had Ruben Dias, Silva, Foden, Doku. They were all playing. So, we did well there with the counter-attacking play. We got 1-1 with Spurs in the same save, but we also lost to Nottingham Forest. So mixed results when I tried this same tactic I'm using with Fiorentina with my Manchester United team. But the result against Man City made me think I was onto something tactically here, but maybe not. All right, let's see. Okay, 1-0 at halftime. That's good. That's good. We've dominated the game. We can definitely take it up another gear. Defense are doing well. But we'll tell everyone to keep going. Hurtig, I'm a little bit disappointed. Has to be said. Because you've asked for this game time and you've been anonymous in this game. You've taken a kickoff. That doesn't count as getting involved. We need a positive attacking contribution from you. That's what we're looking for. But anyway, let's see what we can do here in the second half. Can we get a second goal? A second goal just to make, make sure of things, make sure we don't get caught out on a counter-attack or give away a free kick or a corner that then leads to an equaliser. We want that second goal. Bonfantini, Hurtig. Now, this is the kind of stuff. Yanogi, that's her bread and butter. She would have scored that, no problem. Hurtig was a bit slow. Johansson's getting forward. She's going for goal, and Hurtig gets the tap in. Hurtig gets the tap in. Bit harsh there that it says no assist after all that work by Johansson. But Hurtig, just after I criticised her, she does get the goal. So well done. Well done. Look at that. Johansson through. She goes for the far post. Bounces back off the post. Hurtig with the simplest of tap-ins. But that's a poacher's goal. So you've got to give her credit for that. It wasn't a skillful goal, but it was a poacher's goal, so well done. All right. Let's see what we can do from here. A third goal now. Don't want to sound too greedy, but a third goal would be fantastic. Omar's daughter. Omar's daughter whips in the cross. Bonfantini. Okay. That's not too bad. Ferger, she hasn't been involved much, but she's got forward into the box now. Is she going to shoot? No, she goes out to Omar's daughter on the far side. Okay, Johansson, Omar's daughter. This is all good. And Schnerle thunders one off the bar. Bonfantini, we've still got the chance here. This is good play from Fiorentina. Ferge again out to Omar's daughter, looking for Hurtig. All right, good passage of play that. Good passage of play. We're in control. This is all good stuff. All right, let's make some substitutions here. 20 minutes to go. Who do we have that we could bring on who perhaps deserves a bit of a run out here? So this player, Lango, I haven't used much. So I'm going to bring her on for Omar's daughter, who's not had a great game, to be honest. And Bregard, we're going to bring her on for Schnerle. Okay, and our young Bedini, who has had a decent game, but, we're going to let her reflect on things on the bench. But she's played a part in putting us into a strong position here. All right, good stuff. 15 minutes to go now. Can we add a third goal here? Goal difference might be important come the end of the season. It's pretty tight at the top of the table, so we want to win. We want to win big when we get the chance to. Let's have a look. Ferge, she's taking her time here, just hot stepping forward with the ball, it would seem. Okay. Redegard on as a sub, goes out wide to Lango. She's on as a sub as well. She plays in Hurtig. Hurtig shoots wide. That wasn't good. Yanogi would have scored that, I think. Yanogi would have scored that one. But anyway, let's see what we do from here. 5 minutes to go. And it looks like, the game's just going to end like this, but decent win. Oh, no, we're going to get one more highlight. One more highlight to see if Artenan are going to pull one back. I hope not. Like I said, goal difference. We've got to think about that. It's a small league, only 12 teams, 22 matches. The flag's gone up. Okay, the flag's gone up. Don't panic. Yeah, but only 22 matches, so the chances of teams finishing on similar or the same points is quite high. But nice work, everyone. That was good. Midfield, not so much. These ones didn't have a great game. We're going to tell them as much. You didn't play well enough. Yeah, it's true. All right. Tactical battle. I learned a lot. Okay. Players have a real eye for goal. Yes, they do. Okay, so that's moved us back into second. That's good. Inter dropped points. A 0-0 with Parma. That's a bad result for them. Parma, look, they're only on 6 points, so that's a bad result for Inter. Lazio got a win again, so they maintained their 3-point lead. Juventus not playing. Okay. Let me just save this game quickly. So we're going to make a January save file. We've got our save at the start of December. Of course, with the beta being a little bit unstable, I've been making regular save points and all of that. Okay, good. Nice stuff. Let's just pull something up here. All right, just checking the health of the live stream there. So, live chat. Good. Please, if you are watching, do jump in the chat. Say hello. Let us know where you're watching from, what you've been up to this weekend, what your football team got up to this weekend. We're keen to know, or all of that stuff. I'm going to be streaming on YouTube, I think twice a week, probably. Moving forward, that's the plan. I've now reached a point where, so Lango, she thinks she's been out of the team. I'm going to ask the captain to talk about that. But yeah, we're going to be aiming for a couple of streams a week. I'm looking at Wednesday and Saturday nights as the regular nights. Then there might be other nights that we bring in as well. And then I've got things set up now so I can multi-stream and get the stream going out on TikTok as well. That'll be when we start our first main save. And then I'll be like uploading highlights onto the YouTube channel as well. So, if that's something you think you'll be interested in, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you get notified when we go live. So Severini couldn't help us. Okay, so we're going to discuss the issue with Longo. So she says she wants to go out on loan. You aren't playing regularly. Yeah, so where's the thing? It'll be good for you. Yes, we'll try and get that sorted as soon as possible. Okay, I'll go along with that. We're not using her, so yeah, why not let her go on loan? Let's just check. Has her transfer status automatically been updated? Yes, it has. Good. Okay, that's the kind of player interaction we like to see, isn't it? Okay, good. So let me just add that one here. Okay. All good stuff. Oh, so Calcio Fiore says, I'm a Fiorentina fan. I was thinking managing the women's team instead, as the men's team is making me frustrated in real life. What made you decide to be them? Well, thank you very much for your comment, Calcio Fiore. Well, I don't know if you can see here. I'll go full screen just to show this off. But I've got my Fiorentina third shirt on from last year. So basically, I did one of those mystery shirt boxes. So I, ahead of the release of the game, with the Surprise Shirts company, they do a football manager box, which guarantees it will be a team that's playable in the game. So I asked them to send me one, and they agreed. They sent me one out, complete surprise. I got this Fiorentina shirt. Actually, in the box, it also came with the shorts, which I haven't had an official pair of team shorts ever before. So there you go. We've look, so you see the official shorts. Haven't worn those yet. I'm not sure I will. I'll wait for the summer to come around. But yeah, that's how I ended up with Fiorentina, basically. Let's get back to the game. But thank you for your comment. Yeah, so have you got FM26 then already? Or are you waiting for the full release before you get stuck in? Catena's set to sign. Good. We'll put that one through. So that's been actioned. So she's joined immediately because she was a free agent. Fantastic. I'll ask Snare to welcome her in. Welcome her to the club. I don't see why not. Good. Squad registration. Can we register her at this point? So who was the one that we just got rid of? Can I ask my assistant to pick? I think I can't register my new signing until the transfer window opens. No, we can't. So, okay, we'll confirm that. We'll just cancel that, actually. Okay, back we go to the portal. But all right. So we've made a couple of transfers. Yonogi is going to leave in the January transfer window. She wanted to leave. So we needed to make some money as well. The finances are very tight in the women's game, I've found. So let's have a look. Laura Giuliani. AC Milan would like to get rid of her. That's not the best way to phrase it. Let's see, what's her position? Let's have a look. We're after a striker. She's a goalkeeper. We're not really after a goalkeeper at the moment. We might be after a goalkeeper at the end of the season, but we will see. Okay. Yeah, let's do a press conference for our new signing. Let's have a look. How satisfying is it? Signing her is a real good opportunity. Is Moroni... Should be a foundation for the team, of course. Must be hoping that Moroni will play a part in any success. I certainly hope she can make a big contribution. Okay. How do you anticipate the squad reaction? Sort of deal. Best position, right back. Yeah. And does it fit into our tactical approach? Yes. We play with a back four. Come on. Is the team able to challenge? After today, I decided to start a save with Fiorentina men's team. I'm just doing transfers, picking up Pio Esposito for 19 million. I think I'll try an Italian youth build. Okay, that sounds like fun. Yeah, an all-Italian team. Good. Okay, too many questions here, I think. Okay, good. Right, I won't do that again. But yeah, we've been able to compete. So we've had, we played in this like pre-season league cup, which we won. So that was a fantastic start. In the league, we're doing okay. So we had a great start to the season. We've lost 2 of the key games, though. We lost to Lazio, and we lost to, let's see, bring it up in the portal. Let's bring it up from competitions here. We lost to Lazio, and we lost to Inter. So the 2 teams up at the top with us. They've beaten us, unfortunately. We dropped points at Roma as well. But we've won all our other games so far. We still yet to play Juventus. But, you know, we're doing all right. Let's have a look. We've got a cup game coming up against Sassuolo. So that's what we're going to play next. And then we've got the winter break. So we'll see what we do when we get to the winter break. But, yeah, they've definitely been able to compete. I've only... let's see, transfer-wise, I've only added 1 player to the squad so far. An Ivorian winger, free agent called Kouiassi, and she's been good. But I'm kind of rotating between her and Bonfantini. Bonfantini's been very good for us. So, yeah, we're using the basic squad at the moment. Fiorentina seem to have a couple of good young players. Just as I say that, we get news of our youth intake, which is apparently going to be poor, which is not the best. So they say goalkeepers. Yeah, oh, that does not look good, does it? Well, we'll see what we end up with. Let's have a look. Okay, we're getting some stats here. So Omar's daughter, I think she's a real life signing. So she joined us because I'm playing with the real world transfer mode. So she joined us just before the season began, or I think maybe after we'd played the first game or 2, and she's been really good. That's why I put her on the thumbnail for this live, because we've been impressed with how she's performed for us so far. Oh, I've got BFC chasing my goalkeeper. I don't want that. I don't want that to happen. Okay, my assistant can do that. BFC after my goalkeeper, Fiskerstrand, whose contract is up at the end of the season, and she said she wants to explore her options. So they've made an offer. Portland Thorns have made an offer. Okay, what have they offered? 41,000. You got to be kidding me. She's got to be worth more than that. She's worth up to 100,000. No way we're accepting that. Okay, good. She would rather go to Manchester United, so we're just going to reject that straight up. That is not a good enough offer. Not even worth my time negotiating that one. All right, good. So, Italian Cup. A few teams have played already. So that's good. In the Italian Cup, we do get some teams from outside Serie A, which is good. Actually, if we have a look in Serie A, what happened? Juventus in that last game. Let's have a look at their fixtures. Juventus are kind of, they've got catch up to do in Serie A because of all the Champions League games they're playing. Okay, it looks like they're on track. They've got Lazio in the cup. Oof, that's a tough one for them. Okay, so the draw for the quarterfinal is going to take place before we play our game. So Sassuolo or Fiorentina will play either Napoli or AC Milan in the quarterfinal. All right, well, let's try and get there. Let's try and get there and keep the dream alive. We've already won 1 trophy this season. Let's make it 2. I just want to check as well, in the women's game, you have to excuse my ignorance with this, but so we've got a Women's Champions League, and then we've also got a Euro Cup. So let's just have a look. Who's involved in the Euro Cup? So Inter are playing in that. Okay, so there is a chance that we get into like a Europa League style competition. Right, let's have a look at our team. What changes are we going to consider making? I think I'm going to give Orisi a game. She hasn't played for a bit. We'll go with Flagar as well. We'll give Bredgard a start in place of Schnelli. And or can I pick Marini? If I can, I'm going to. Yes, of course, it's a cup game, so it doesn't matter that she's not in the squad. Fantastic. And we'll go with Tryggvadottir in for the youngster Bedini. All right, good. Hertig will keep her going up top. She asked for the game time, so let's go. Yes, squad number for Marini. She can be number 31. Confirm squad number. There we go. All right, let's hope we can get a big win here in the cup. Okay, so Sassuolo's who we're up against. We've already beaten them this season. It's 2-1, I think. We're the favourites. Should be winning this comfortably. Make sure we do. Okay, good. I have faith in you. Faith in you. I expect to see quality finishing out there. You've picked this up. You said, I want the game time. I should be starting. So start and score. We always want to keep playing well. Okay, it's a simple case of squad rotation. What the skeptics think that Pele Moroni is a bad idea. I didn't change my system to accommodate her. I don't get the question. Anyway, let's have a look what we can do here today. I'm hoping for a big win. Let's have a look. If we can, Omar's daughter. Oh, that is a long surname we've come up against there. I think we were offered her in a scouting report earlier, and I struggled to pronounce that one. All right, let's have a look what we can do here. Can we get an early goal? An early goal would set us on our way, but no, it's Sassuolo coming at us. But okay, they overhit that. We've claimed it, and then this is what we do so well. Building from the back, get it down the flank quickly. Bonfantini is cutting inside. Is she going to lay this one off, or is she going to go solo? I think, yeah, she lays it back to Orisi. Goes for the deep cross. Omar's daughter gets it in. Oh, now, look, it says she's assisted herself there. Is that a thing? So she went for a header. It bounced back to her, and she then scored it herself. So I guess technically she set herself up for that goal. So she got the header back off the post, and then she just gets that in. Okay, goal and assist for the same player. Okay, why not? But it's the first goal for us. Omar's daughter, as I said, she's been fantastic. One of my favourite players on this team. So, you know, yeah. That's one thing for all the faults of FM26 in its current state. I'm still finding that taking over a team like this, you're still having those players who you feel that sense of attachment to. That hasn't changed. That's one of the reasons I love FM. I didn't know anything about Fiorentina Women's team before I started this save. I'd never heard of Iris Omar's daughter before, and now she's one of my favourite players in the women's game. All right. Hertig, she's lacking that crucial striker's instinct there. She didn't shoot when she should have. She tried to set someone else up. So that's something for her to work on in training, I think. But okay. This is all good. This is all good. Hopefully a second goal before half-time. That would be nice. And then hopefully the quarterfinal of the Cup, we don't have a long wait. It'll help fill that winter break a little bit. So I'm a bit concerned now that we're going to get to a point in the stream where there's a month with no matches to play. And it's going to be transfer negotiations and things like that. Anyway, let's have a look. Sassuolo looking to get an equaliser here before half-time. Good run there, but harmless shot. So we're happy to take that and see. But highlight continues here. Now, on FM24, this is where I would be super concerned that my goalkeeper would do something stupid, or the fullback who collected the ball would do something stupid. Here's Hurtig. She goes for goal. Decent effort, but just wide. She hasn't got the pace of Gianogi, or Yanogi, however we pronounce her name. So we've been missing that. Anyway, here we go. Corner coming in. Can we get the header? No. Bonfantini plays it out wide again to Bredegard. And I thought that was the second goal coming. Hurtig lays it off. Our new signing, Moroni, with the deep cross. Decent play. We're playing quite well here. So this is good. A lot of my players don't look happy for some reason. I need to shout to like praise them and make them feel better. Anyway, I'm sure they'll come back eventually, the shouts. Okay, ooh, there was a little bit of a stutter in the game there. Hopefully, you know, that we're not going to have a crash or anything. Sassuolo, ooh, there could be an equaliser coming here. I've got a bad feeling about this. She's dancing around everybody, but the shot goes over. Okay, we got away with that a little bit. Looks like we're going to go to half-time, though, with the 1-0 intact. So that's good. Keep the clean sheet. And regroup at half-time. Ooh, maybe a chance to steal something here. Sassuolo doing a lot of intricate passing on the edge of that area. Always a little bit dangerous. But okay, they've launched one long. And here we go. Cherubini. Bonfantini, come on. Is she going to play through Hurtig here? Or is she going to go solo? She went for it. Decent effort. Not bad. All right, let's see what we can do from here. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. We're in front. Good number of shots so far. Keep going. That's the message to everybody. Almost Daughter gets her own little thing. That's coming up. Keep going. Almost Daughter. You're playing so well. Attackers, yeah, we're happy with that. Out there for the second half. Let's see if we can make this 2 goals, please. Come on. We can do this. All right. Let's have a look what we're doing in terms of just killing this game off. What can we do in terms of just putting this game to bed? All right, Almost Daughter here. They want me to discourage long shots. Who just want shots? All right, Almost Daughter. She's doing well. I haven't seen too many long shots in this game. So Moroni, our new signing. Is she going to make an immediate impression on her new team here? Okay, this is all good. This is all good. And Hurtig hits the bar. Ooh, I have noticed when the ball's rebounding off the woodwork like that, all the players, both defenders and attackers, they often seem quite slow to react to it. Like you saw there, the ball bounced back and it was like... Sorry, hit the mic by mistake. It was ages before they all kind of turned around to see where it was. That's something... I don't know if that's an animation issue or a match engine issue. But definitely something that they should look into. Okay, here we go. Bredegard. Out to Almost Daughter. Lots of Scandinavian players in Serie A, I've noticed, in the women's game. All right. Okay. Sassuolo, this is where the 1-0 is dangerous. I want that second goal, just so we can relax a bit, feel a bit more comfortable. But okay. We survived that one. Fisker Strand bringing it forward. Okay, that was the end of the highlight. I was getting a bit worried that she was holding on to that for too long. So Bredegard here, she's going to whip this in-swinger corner to the near post. Can we get a head on it? No, but it comes to Bonfantini, and that's our second goal. Brilliant. That's exactly what we wanted at this point in the game. Perfect. Let's look at tactics. So, who are we going to bring on at this point? I'm going to bring on Bedini. Give her a bit of a run out now that we're 2 up. We're going to bring on Koyasi. Bonfantini's made a good contribution. So that's enough from you today. Thank you very much. And who else can we bring in for now? That'll do. That'll do. Team talk. Okay, not a lot of time left. Off we go. All good stuff. Liking what we see so far. Confirm tactical changes after the goal. There was actually a goal scored before that came up, though. Not like the bug that Dr. Benji shared in one of his clips recently. All right. So for those of you watching, have you encountered any major bugs in this beta? What kind of things have been popping up? Because I've noticed some commonly mentioned bugs, like people getting stuck at half-time or being unable to continue after a match and things like that. I've been lucky enough to avoid those. Oh, that could be a penalty. I think it is. Kuyasi winning as the penalty early on. Who's going to take this one? Omar's daughter. Fantastic. We love to see Omar's daughter get the goals. Is this going to be 3? It is. What a penalty. She hit that low and hard. Keeper didn't stand a chance. Fantastic. Great goal. Okay, I'm not sure why they would choose that wide angle as the replay for a penalty. Surely behind the goal or the vertical scrolling cam or something like that. Okay, but 3-0. This game's wrapped up. We're advancing in the cup. All good stuff. We came here to do a job, and we've done it. Okay, good. Even if they score now, I wouldn't be worried. It's not going to cause us a problem. All right, good stuff. Let's close this game out without any drama, without any injuries, without anything silly happening, any red cards, anything like that. All nice and sensible stuff. Here we go. Orisi. Okay, good. Everyone's getting involved. Nice bit of short passing. We're just taking our time with this. Badini, that's a 17-year-old. Omar's daughter, and Kuyasi with a decent effort. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. Okay, I think we've got this one in the bag. We're going to advance in the cup. We'll see who we get next. Hopefully, as I said, that quarterfinal's going to come up pretty quickly. I'm not sure what the scheduling's like. But a good result overall. Nice work, everyone. Yeah, everyone seems happy. Good stuff. All right, what did you make of Hertig's bad day in front of goal? Yeah, she lacked composure and lacked a bit of luck. What else can we say? Okay, so we're going to play Napoli Women next, I guess, after a penalty shootout victory over AC Milan. Okay, that's good. Moroni made her debut, well received. Praise Omar's daughter's performance. He was superb. Really pleased with how you're playing. Fantastic. All good stuff. All right, so let's fixture rearrangements. Okay, we've had several fixtures rearranged. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, so we've got that Italian Cup. So the Italian Cup, oh, that's interesting. It's going to be 2 legs. And look what the fixture list has given us. With that, we get Napoli Women 3 matches in a row. Ugh. So we've got a bit of a break now. We've got like a 3-week break until we play Juventus in the league. And then we've got Napoli Women in the first leg of the cup, Napoli Women in the league, Napoli Women in the second leg of the cup. Okay. So a trio of Napoli women's matches coming up. All right. So, yeah, let's get through to January and see what we do from there. Okay, so let me just check on everything on the stream. Looking good. Okay, nice. Do let me know if you notice any frame drops, any problems in the stream. All right, good stuff. So AC Milan are having a poor season. We beat them 6-0 earlier in the season. Yeah, and they're obviously not doing very well. Now they're out of the cup as well. We beat them in the League Cup semi-final. Fiorentina's squad is in good health. So we've got a couple of players out injured. This is a new injury, Voldvik. So we need to send her to for 3 to 4 months. That's not good. We'll talk to her as well. She hasn't been a regular for us. Don't worry about your injury. I'm not going to make any promises around playing time. Okay, so Linda Hurtig, she's happy with it. 47 days left. The problem is now we've got like 20 plus days without a match. So hopefully she's not going to take that as, hey, you promised to play me and you haven't been, which wouldn't be good. Anyway, let's see what we get from here. Cherubini taken ill, so we're going to send her home to recover. I mean, obviously, it's a winter break anyway. She doesn't need to be hanging around the club and making everybody else sick. All right, let's get ourselves through to the 1st of January and then see where we go from there. So we've got a transfer window coming up. I assume the transfer window is going to open on the 1st of January. We'll see what happens there. We should have a couple of players joining us when the transfer window opens. And then we can re-register a few players in the squad. So Fiskerstrand is drawing interest again. From NC Courage will respond. Rumours are rumours. I want to keep her here. I should have a word with her, actually. Yeah, I should get ahead of the curve on that. Because she's one who, at the start of the season, said, I want to leave at the end of my contract, which, as you can see, is up in 6 months. So now's the time that we need to discuss things. What can I do for you? We're very keen. It's good to hear that, but she's not interested. Too realistic, this game. So she's not interested. We might have to move her on then. That's not good. Okay, let's have a look at our squad. I want the contract view. So who have we got? We've got a few players. So Yonogi's going. Schnerle. We need to speak to her. Discuss new contract. We're very keen. She might consider. Now, she was one who said earlier in the season that she was thinking about leaving. So you're asking for too much. 1.3. Okay, let's make that offer. Because she is a player that we want to keep. Important player. I'm not going to guarantee any particular positions. Let's negotiate the contract. Oh, no. No. That's not good. Right, I need to change some budgets. Recruitment budgets. Yeah, we're overspending on wages, unfortunately. So we need to destroy our transfer budget, £37. I think we also need to look at our... we can't make any more adjustments to that. Okay, so can I now offer her... I can offer her 1,000. Is she going to take that? Let's up the agent's money. Let's up the appearance fee. And winning the Serie A Women's title, I'll give you £8,000 for that. No, this isn't good. Yeah, I need to shift out a couple of players. Let's go £10,000. No, she's still not happy with that. What's the maximum? I'll go 400 appearance fee. 160 unused substitute fee. Let's up the agent fee as well. Maybe we drop the length of the contract. No. This is going to fail. This is going to fail. We'll go 200 unused substitute. We'll go 500 appearance fee. No. I hope we don't end up losing her as a result of that. All right, Fisker won't consider it. Fergie, she's also said she won't consider anything. Let's have a look. And then we can lose these players to other European clubs if we're not careful. Right, discuss new contract. We're very keen. She's not. Right, we're going to have to offer her out, I think. This is not good. This is not good. So, Fisker, I'm going to have to offer her out. We can't risk her walking away for free. And it will bring in some revenue. It will get us some wage budget. So, actions, transfer. Ask the agent about the market interest. So, we're looking to sell. Good news. There's a couple of teams that would be willing. Let's invite the offers in then. I'll get the word out. Okay, it's a shame, but, you know, can we offer her via transfer room? So, value. I want 100K. I want 100K and a friendly. Offer player. Good. Okay, we're having a bit of a clear out. Bit of a mini rebuild here. Fergie then. Okay. Let's transfer. Ask agent about market interest. We're looking to sell. Plenty of interest. Okay, let's invite the offers. Good. And then we're going to do transfer room as well. Now we want more money for this one. Oh, she's got a lower value actually. Let's go 60K and see if we can get a percentage of a next sale in as well. So we'll offer her out. Okay, that's not too bad because there are other people that I was using. Let's say here we want to offer her out by the transfer room as well. Loan offer, get her off the books. Let's have a look. No fees, but we want you to pay her wages. And yeah, how do we make the offer? Okay. Offer player, there we go. Not used to this new system yet. All right, let's have a look. Who else is there? So Fisker and Fargo we've offered out. Lango we've offered out as well. Schnelle, I don't want to offer out yet because she doesn't want to leave. But we could have blown it with that new contract offer. So let's have a look. Who's recommended to us? We've got a goalkeeper recommended to us, but she's American. We need a European, EU national. We'll discard that one. Lundgaard, we don't need more midfielders. Yasmin, as a fullback, we don't need fullbacks. We don't need wingers. Okay, offer me things that I need. Again, non-EU. Okay, we're going to have to go through. The filters, I think. Just having a look to see if there's anything here of interest. Not what I'm looking for. Not what I'm looking for. Not what I'm looking for. Very good potential from Montenegro, but not what I'm looking for. Ah, here we go. We've got a goalkeeper from the Netherlands. So this is good. Available on loan. So the club no longer require her services. Danielle de Jong. All right. Ball-playing goalkeeper. Okay, let's ask agent. We're keen on signing. She doesn't want to join Fiorentina under any circumstances. Then why was she recommended to me by my team then? Deary me. Anyway, we'll discard the report for that one then, in that case. Right. Are we going to get anybody here useful to us? We need a striker, a goalkeeper. Striker, goalkeeper. That's what we're looking for. Getting lots of midfielders. Emma Watson. That name sounds familiar for some reason. Okay. Oh, Alexa Barr from Colombia. But she's non-EU. She's non-EU, so we'll discard that one as well. We've still got a few reports to go to here. Not the most gripping viewing, I know, but Tomaselli. No. Okay, here we've got an Italian. Wakori. There's potential here. We'd have to pay a fee. She's wanted by PSG. So Chiara Beccari. Chiara Beccari, who up front looks good. Decent finishing. She's quick. Okay, this could be somebody where we ask the agent. We're keen on signing. She has her doubts. Okay, Juventus want too much money. Okay. So, never mind. Never mind. We'll discard that one. We don't need a defender. Maya Madon, midfielder. No, 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 no. Okay. Okay, we've got a striker here from Denmark. Let's have a look. Gay. Millier. Okay, she's 26 years old, 7 goals for Denmark. She could be a candidate, someone that we bring in. We can approach to sign. Wait, let's speak to our agent first. So we'll ask our agent. We're keen on signing her. He's ecstatic. She's extremely curious. Okay. Koge will want somewhere between 24 and 40k. She would want 1.7. I'm not very happy about that, but we'll try and sign her at the end of her contract. I'm not playing her as a poacher. Let's negotiate. No, they won't let me go above 1,000 at the moment. Okay, we're going to have to cancel negotiations there. I need a couple of these players to leave, unfortunately, before we can bring anybody in. Not good. Okay, Fergay's ill, so we'll send her home. Youth contract set to expire. We'll come back to those later. Staff contracts we don't need to worry about. Yeah, all of these ones, unfortunately. Schnerle's the big one. We need to get a new deal. Geje's running to the end of her contract. Several clubs have made offers. Okay, so let's have a look. If we have a look at the North Carolina Courage offer, they're offering 38k. Okay. Let's have a look. They're all interested. She would prefer Wolfsburg. Right, let's go back. Let's have a look at the San Diego offer. 49k, so that's better. We'll try and persuade her to join San Diego. Okay. She's not interested. Urge you to reconsider. Have to do what's right for me. Okay. Where's that gone? Offers made for Fairgate. So we're going to go ahead and accept the offer anyway. North Carolina will reject it. It's not enough. Loan offers made for Longo. Let's have a look what we've got here. So Valencia, Levante. We've had a few. Hello there, Zesty Meister. Not bad. Just working my way through the beginnings of a January transfer window here with the Fiorentina women's team. We've got some players on the way out, so we're trying to bring some in. How about you? How's it going for you? Are you playing FM26 at the moment? Any saves you've got on the go? Let us know. All right. So let's view the offers. Okay, that's decent. Montpellier. We'll accept. Let's have a look at Levante. No, we're going to reject. They're trying to get her for nothing. Valencia, no, we'll reject that as well. That's not good enough. Strasbourg, okay, we'll accept that one as well. Hopefully one of those two. Let's see how it goes from here. All right, well, we've got a big game with Juventus coming up, so we'll try and get to that. But we'll try and get some transfers done as well. I was going to go offline at 10, so we've got about half an hour left. But we'll see how it goes. All right, let's just click through here. Question from here: the transfer window is open once more. What are your plans? Yeah, always looking to improve the squad. And there we go. That's it. Just a quick one. Just a one question. Record sale. We've just had a Steam achievement for a record sale and for just making a sale. So let's have a look. We've had a couple go off to join Sampdoria. Let's have a look. We'll click through those. Oh, Hamburg SV have made a loan offer for Victoria della Peruta until the end of the season. She isn't interested. We'll reject then. Okay. Severini making positive development. That's all good. Let's have a look what we get here. We've got a couple of questions. What are your thoughts on Emma Schnurley being linked with Denver? I'll never rule anything out. I'm not interested in speculation. That's what we say. We want to keep her if we can. Okay, let's have a look. How do you feel your squad could be improved? Well, Yanogi hasn't left yet, but we definitely need a striker. So I said I got an achievement there for record transfer. So which transfer was confirmed? I didn't see that. I might have missed it. Did I miss that one? We've got a financial update. We're in debt a little bit, unfortunately. So let's have a look. So you might buy FM26 tomorrow. I think I need to pay rent, so don't know if I should buy it. Well, you know, you've got to prioritize. So you haven't bought it yet. Have you been like following different people's content? What do you think from what you've seen so far? Let's have a look here. If we go to our recruitment transfer activity. So Miriam Lango, she's considering those loan offers. Ferga is considering San Diego Wave. If we have a look, who else? So we've rejected that one. Janogis and Catena, they're leaving at the end of this month. So when they leave, we'll get some money in, which will be good. We'll free up some wage budget, and hopefully we'll still have Emma Schnurler to renegotiate contract with. That's the aim. But we've got a bit of a way to go until we get there. If we have a look at the fixture schedule, oops, sorry, clicked on the wrong thing. Fixture schedule, there we go. So we've got 3 matches to get through before we get to that date when those players move. We can't negotiate contracts at the moment. Okay, let's reject that. Lazio have offered one of our staff a contract. Good, we'll just keep clicking through. Yes, so we will, yeah, it's going to be a tough transfer window, this one, I think. But, you know, this is part of what we love, the wheeling dealing, as you try to build up your team. It's kind of like operating on a team with a low budget. So compared to FM24, you think it is worse, but you're still a fan of the series, so you might buy it. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the same for a lot of people. I don't think there are many people out there who are going to play this and say, yes, this is definitively better than any previous FM. That's, yeah, just the way it is. So Tortellini has had an abdominal strain, so we'll leave her to physio. Spurs have made an offer for my goalkeeper, 100,000. It's decent. Let's view the offer. Can we get a bit more, squeeze a bit more money out of them? Suggest terms. No, they've walked away. Oops. AC Milan have made an offer. Okay, she is in. So she wants to stay in Italy. If she gets good game time, yeah, I might go for this one. I don't want the future fee though. I don't want the future fee. So how do we get rid of the future fee? Future fee. We've removed that. Okay, good. Loan cannot be terminated. I'll remove that as well, I think. Suggest terms. No. They walked away. Okay. I didn't want to have the option to sell. Or them to have the option to buy. Benfica have swooped in and offered her a contract. Oh, we should have accepted the Spurs offer. That's frustrating. We might lose her on a free. See if we still get that option to say, well, do you want to buy her now then? If they agree a deal with her. That's not good. We tried to offer her a contract, but we just got a flat no. Oh, we got an injury. Yanogi is ill. We'll send her home. We don't want that spreading through the squad. Yeah, that's disappointing. Okay. Lango set to move on loan to Montpellier. Okay, that's good. Accept. Cherubini's back. Good. Okay, I'm going to leave the recruitment advice until we've actually got... Yeah, we've got some people. So Fergay's leaving. Okay, she is going to leave and join San Diego Wave. Okay, good. Let's accept it. Longo's loan deal's completed, so we're moving people out. That's good. Maybe now can I quickly get an offer in for Fiskerstrand to renew her deal? Let's have a look. So she's SGS SN. No, so we're going to reject that. Okay, let's have a look. So we completed our promise to Miriam Longo. We said we'd find her a loan move. We've done that. Fantastic squad. Now it's remembered that I was in contract view, so that's good. For Fiskerstrand, can we offer her a contract? Oh, yes. Okay. They're interested. So important. She wants too much money. No. Okay, even though we've had some money, we've got some money coming in from transfers, it's not going to be enough. Because, yeah, we're already overspending on wages. And then we got to cover agent fees as well. That's not good. Suggest terms? We're going to have to cancel. No, we're going to lose players here, unfortunately. Oh, okay. There's going to have to be a bit of a rebuild, but it's possibly going to have to come at the end of the season. So the second half of the season here, after we started so well, with such big promise, the second half of the season might be difficult. Can we keep in the hunt for the title? Can we keep in the hunt if we're losing players? We've got some youngsters who perhaps deserve some game time, so we'll give it to them. We'll see what we can do. Okay, we've got about 20 minutes of the stream left, so I'm going to try and get through to the next match with Juventus. It's just a week away in game time. So that's a big game. Juventus are just behind us in the league. 2 points behind us, but with a game in hand. So beating them would give us a nice little cushion. I mean, that game in hand stops kind of hanging over us. Okay, so this player, Benfica. Sell now. 300 million. I don't think they're going to go for that. Shall we try for 20k? Ooh, I should have asked for more. Okay, she's gone. We needed the money. We needed to get her off the books. Okay, here for the striker. Let's reopen negotiations. Okay, let's do it. So approach to sign. Important player. Going to come in at the end of the contract. We're not going to promise a specific position. How much money does she want? Still, even with Fiskerstrand gone, I still can't offer her anywhere near what she wants. Now, those are going to have to be locked in because the board won't let me offer you any more than that. Let's try and get these up, though. If you're going to score lots of goals, you can have lots of bonuses. Okay, I know it's early in the negotiation. Now they want a yearly wage rise of 20. We can't do that. They want a wage increase. No, okay. Our hands are tied a bit financially at the moment. So not a lot we can do. We've got, what, 3 players moving at the end of January, moving to the NWSL. Hopefully that's going to add to our budget a bit, but rather than keep her for the last 6 months of her contract. Quite philosophical about it. We save some money. Yeah, it's money. Money. Money, money, money. That's the way we go. All right. Let's just try and get through on this. Get to the end and see, if we can at least, have a nice win over Juventus. Ooh, unfortunately, one of their key players is out for 5 months, just before we play them as well. You never like to see a player get injured, but if it benefits your team, Okay, let's have a look. So this Juventus manager does not like me. He's been in the press conference talking trash, a bit of a grudge match. It's difficult when you're dealing with someone like DG. His comments after our last match have given us plenty of fuel to go out there and beat him. You're not beating me. You've got to beat my team. All right? So you're taking the wrong approach there. Wrong approach. Anyway. AC Milan want to loan Winyats until the end of the season. Okay, I mean, we haven't been playing her, but she'd be a regular starter. They will pay 70% of her wages. I'm going to accept that. There was an optional future fee. If they want her, they can have her. Like I say, I haven't been playing her, so I'm not going to get into anything in the press with the Juventus manager. I'll just let him shout at clouds, as it were. Ooh, Winyats is injured. That might derail the loan move. I hope not. We need money. We need to sell. We need to sell before we can buy, before we can renew contracts. That's the problem. Right. Let's get ourselves ready for the next game. Can we do squad registration yet, I wonder? So let me just have a look at the squad, because we had some new arrivals. Squad registration, where do we do that from? Is it under more? Registration, there we go. So we can do some editing now. So we've got 2 freed up spots. So we've got our new French fullback to bring in. Where is she? Oh, these are not in order, are they? Right, let's get those all in the proper order. That's better. So we brought in the left back, Meroni. Where's she got to? There we go. So she's now in the squad. Good. And we brought in this Japanese player, Kinoshita. She's now in the squad as well. So we've got our maximum 25 in the squad. But of course, we've got Della Perutas potentially leaving to go on loan at Milan. Longo's gone. We've got then Yanogi, as she's up here. She will be leaving soon. And Ferge will be leaving soon as well. So there's 2 more slots that we can fill in this squad. All right, let's get out there and see what we can do in this match. So we're just, it's a bit of a reimagined team. So I'm going to bring in Orisi. Fergie's leaving, so we're not interested in having her start. I've only got the one goalkeeper, so I do need to get a new goalkeeper in quite urgently, or I've got to call up a youth team goalkeeper or something like that. We'll worry about that later. Kinoshita, she can come in for Kermack. She'll make her debut. And where is our new signing, Moroni? She's already picked in the team. That's good. Kouassi, she can start. Hurtig can go up top. We've got to get used to life without Janogi. Omar's daughter does not get dropped. Let's go to the match and let's see what we can do. Finally, we get back to match play. Okay, Kinoshita, she can take number 6. And out we go. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get the win. Against Juventus, we beat them, of course, quite easily in the League Cup back at the start of the season, but a lot's changed since then. So we know how good we are. Let's show them all about it. Go out there and make a difference, everybody. Off we go. So, last meeting with Juventus was a while ago. We come on leaps and bounds. Of course we have. Title contenders Juventus are off the pace in 4th place. Going to have to be on our game to win this. Serie A Women Athora wouldn't be the same without fixtures like this. Yes, these are the kind of matches you want to be involved in, the big rivalries. So this is how Juventus are lining up. Christmas tree formation. And this is how we line up. All right, so we've got 2 league debuts in this game, 1 club debut as well. Like we said, we need a win to both stay in touch with Lazio and to open up that cushion between us and Juve. Juve are 2 points behind, but they've got a game in hand. So after this, if we can beat them, we go 5 points clear. They've still got a game in hand, but it doesn't really matter so much anymore. But, ooh, why have I got such a tiny player on the end of that wall? That does not look good. Almost led to a goal, but okay. We got away with that. Man, we had a super short player on the end of that wall there. I'm not sure what that was about. But okay. Let's see what we can build from here. The highlight continues. Oh, nice ball out to Omar's daughter. Good. Our wing play has been excellent this season, so let's keep exploiting it. Omar's daughter, fantastic. We can switch over to the right as well. We've got a player completely free there. There we go. We've got it out to the right side. Orisi, who I've just brought into the team. And then we've got Kouassi, who has been a big player for us since she joined. All right, she is lacking a bit with the pass there, but it's early days in the game. Everyone's still warming up. We're only 2.5 minutes in. Ooh, Juventus, too much space out wide there, and almost a goal. That was good defending. Good defending to give us a corner. But all right. Nice, we survived. Okay, good. We still got this. We still got this. We want to win this one. Lazio are losing to Parma. Oh, this is a big opportunity then. Let's get ourselves out in front. Now, it's early days, of course. Lazio being behind in the 9th minute doesn't mean anything. They can still come back and win, and we've just gone behind, inevitably. Right. Let's hope we can come back from this and Lazio can't. Not the best of starts. Yeah, we're going to have to do a mid-season rebuild with this Fiorentina team. The goalkeeper's gone. The top striker is leaving in a couple of weeks. One of our right backs, okay, there's a rotation option, but she's leaving in a couple of weeks as well. But we definitely need that new keeper. New striker, possibly. We'll see how Hurtig does. Ooh, okay, I thought that was a save by the keeper, but it was just a shot going wide. And let's see how we do here for the rest of this match. Can we, get ahead of the game here? Get ourselves back into it. An equaliser before half-time would be just perfect. But as it is, we've got Juventus. They're exploiting that left flank again. And they almost make it count. Okay, come on. bring this ball forward now. Oh, we're struggling here. We're struggling. Juventus have got the better of us at the moment. I need a shout here. I need a shout. I need to encourage my team. Come on, don't be fazed by the occasion. You can get back into this. Yes, we're away at Juventus, but we can get in this. But as it is, all I can do is watch. You can make some tactical tweaks, of course, but let's see how we go up to half-time. Okay, Marini. Okay, she reacted to keep that in play. Good. As another debutant. Kinoshita. I need to say that one carefully. Kinoshita. And then it comes out wide. Good. Omar's daughter. Fantastic. This is patient build-up. A little bit more patient than what I'm used to from this Fiorentina team. But as long as we're keeping the ball and it results in a chance, I'm happy to go along with it. Oh, there we go. Long ball over the top to Hurtig. Oh, I thought she'd missed that, but she got a touch on it. Oh, that's a great goal. That kind of came out of nowhere. I've got to have a look at the replay on that one. So here we go. Long ball over the top from Kinoshita. Hurtig just lets it drop, and she's just like, boom. Just little flick of the boot. Casual as you like, but it gets us a goal. Absolutely fantastic. One of the more interesting goals I've seen in FM26 so far. I'll have to say that. But all right, let's see what we do here. Moroni. Now, can we carry that momentum and take the lead here? 2 quick-fire goals. Omar's daughter. She's got the space, and it's deflected. We've got it. We've done it. We're back in this game. We've suddenly turned things around. We've taken the lead. Fantastic play. Well done, girls. That was fantastic. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Omar's daughter just took that inside the box. She twisted and turned. She fired off the shot. Wicked deflection off the defender. But it still goes down as Omar's daughter's goal. How many is that for her this season now? I'll have to take a look. I don't want to click on her profile during the game in case of any beta bugs. All right, let's see what we can do here. Omar's daughter. Is she going to bring it forward? Not yet. Not yet. Severini taking it out wide to Orisi. Orisi, find Kouiassi. Kouiassi's kind of tucked inside, so Orisi's going to make the run, get the cross in towards Hurtig. Okay, that was almost goal number 2 for Hurtig, but this is good play. I like what I'm seeing so far from this team. We've got back into it after a ropey beginning. So all good. It's all good. But, oh, we're speaking too soon. Here come Juventus. Harmlessly goes over. Oh, no, it doesn't. That was bizarre. That hit. Whoa, wait. Can we just back that up a little bit? Need to close the settings. Let's just back that up and see. Oh, it's not letting me back it up. Oh, okay. I don't want to. Okay, almost. Let's have a look at that again. So, this kind of loopy header comes in. Goalkeeper leaves it. And then she just dives on it. That was very strange. Okay, let's go back to the live feed. All right. Just a bit of a strange animation, I think. But weird that the goalkeeper just kind of stood there. She didn't even look up. She just stood there. And then suddenly pounced on it when it bounced off the crossbar. Anyway, Kouiassi with the cross. Is this going to be number 3? Hurtig. She was in the right place, but she just could not beat the defenders. Yanogi would have powered that one in, as we know. Omar's daughter. All right. Good. I think we could go 3-1 up here. I've got a feeling that the goal's coming. All right, Severini. Severini plays it in. Orisi. Let's have a look. Come on, please. Come on. Ah. No, not quite. All right. Yeah. Let's see. Let's not go 2-2 here. Just if we can hold on to this lead till half time, I think I can, I can choose the right team talk. I can keep this. What am I talking about? Okay. We're pegged back to 2-2. Skip that replay. Okay, it's been even. I think 2-2 is fair. We had a bit of a goal out of nowhere. Then we scored another 4 minutes later. Juventus, they're the home team, so you'd expect them to kind of take control of the game a bit. Not happy with the defence, to be honest. Not really happy with the midfield. Obviously, these two worked well for the goal. Okay, we fired them up a bit. We'll see how that works. Juventus have made a substitution. They don't tell us who, but all right. Let's see what we can do from here. If we can... Oh, okay, sorry. I missed a couple of chats. Hurtig, the former Arsenal player. You're playing as AS Roma women's team. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, Hurtig, I don't know. She was just someone in my squad. I'm playing one striker up front. I've got this player, Yanogi, who was doing really well, but then she demanded to leave, so we set up a transfer for her. Hurtig at the same time was asking for game time. So we said, okay. I haven't checked her playing history, so she may well be a former Arsenal player. We'll have a look after the game. Are we going to go 3-2 down here? Yes, we are, unfortunately. So you say you're dominating Serie A, but getting spanked in the Champions League. As Fiorentina, we don't have any continental competition. We won the League Cup at the start of the season. We started the Serie A season very well. But we've struggled against the big teams. So we've been beaten by Lazio and Inter. And now we're losing to Juventus. We had a big win over AC Milan yesterday on stream. 6-0. But yeah, we're struggling here. So let's have a look at Hurtig. I can't open her profile from here. Never mind. Okay, Bonfantini's coming on. Bonfantini. Who else can we bring on here? I think I'm going to have to go for Yanogi. Yanogi up top. She's going to leave, but let's let her have a bit of a send-off in front of the fans. And who else? We want Severini can come off as well. All right. Okay, want you to go out there and make an impact. Yeah, let's see if we can get this one back. We can get that equalizer, make this 3-3. That's what we'll be looking for here. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Arisi coming forward. Arisi, come on. Nice overlap there. Or underlap, I guess it was. But back to Arisi. Get that cross into the far post. Nobody was jumping for it. Nobody was challenging for it. Moroni, she's a new signing. Ghosts past everyone. Goes for goal. But goes out for a throw-in. Okay, that could have been the chance. The chance. Rude awakening, the gap between the leagues are huge. Yes, I imagine in the women's game. Because, yeah, we're just strolling to victory against other teams here, against Ternana, Sassuolo, Parma, Como. We're beating those teams. Napoli we beat quite easily as well. But, yeah, when we come up against the other teams, it's like we're getting tough games. It was a good dribble. It was a good run. Let's see. I think I've got a feeling we might get something here. Oh, yes. What a strike. Tryggvadóttir, what a strike. That was a pile driver. Oh, like a traction engine territory that was. Oh, let's have a look at that again. Omar's daughter plays the ball inside. Oh, there we go. One touch. Click. Boom. Wow. What a strike. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, brilliant. All right. That deserves to win a match. Never mind just being, the equalising goal. Can we get another one? We've got a couple of minutes of stoppage time, or are we going to settle for a high-scoring draw? We are. 3-3. What an equaliser that was. Oh, do you encourage them to shoot from outside of the box? No, not specifically. It's one thing I might have gone to had we still been chasing a goal. We've proved a lot of people wrong by avoiding defeat. I want to tell this girl as well. You deserve that goal. Very happy with the equalising goal. There we go. Beautiful. I've seen some good goals in FM26 so far. We definitely deserve something. It will live long in the memory of everybody who watched it. We're here to entertain. What a goal. That's what Katla's capable of. Okay, so not really the desired result. A missed opportunity there as well, because if we look at the other results, I think, yeah, Lazio drew as well to Parma. Parma, who are down in a relegation spot. So we missed a chance there to kind of close the gap on Lazio at the top. So you're not sure about the match engine. Instructions sometimes work, sometimes don't. Yeah, I mean, I think there is that element. I have seen a couple of videos out there, like Sai Maggio did a video analysing some of the problems in the match engine, and he said that maybe, you know, everyone's been so focused on hating the UI that they've kind of overlooked some issues in the match engine. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I think we'll need some more playing time to get into it. But okay, that was one hell of a strike. Now, I said I was going to stream until 10. We are just past 10 now. So we've been live for 2 hours. We might look at wrapping things up shortly. If we just click through our messages here, we've got a triple header coming up against Napoli. Okay, so Tortelli's back to fitness. That's good. We've got a couple of players still out injured. Wolvik's long term, so we're not going to see her back until the spring. UI seems fine. Reminds you of Championship Manager of yesteryears. Okay, that's an interesting take. I've heard so much hate for the UI that this is the first time I've heard somebody compare it to the Golden Age, and so on. Just to show you what we've got coming up. So, as we said, triple header against Napoli Women. Italian Cup, 2 legs of the quarterfinal, and then we've got the got a league match sandwiched in between as well. And I think we've already played Napoli Women once. We're at the halfway point in the league now, aren't we? If we just take a look at the table. So, not quite. Yes, we are at the halfway point. We are. Juventus are not. But hopefully Juventus do not win that game against Parma. But you can see it's quite tight. So Napoli Women up. Or those 5 teams are kind of in with a shout. It would only take a couple of wins for Napoli Women to get them firmly back in it. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Now, in terms of this, I mean, I've got a busy day tomorrow, so I'm not going to be able to play this at all tomorrow. And then obviously Tuesday, the full game's out. I would like to finish this season. I might go live Wednesday with a stream to try and finish this season off. So what have we got? We've got 11 league games, at least 2 cup games, potentially more, hopefully more. It's not that bloated. Deep into the season already. How many hours? Let me have a look on Steam. See what we've got. If I check my library. So far, I've done 40 hours on Football Manager 26. Which is pretty good. It's been out for, what, 10 days at this point, so I'm averaging a few hours a day. But yeah, lots of stops and starts and playing around with the UI and things like that. All right. Yes, so I think, as it's 10 o'clock now, yeah, I'm gonna wind up the stream there. I'm just gonna get it positioned up for the next game, and when we start the next stream, we will start with that triple header against Napoli Women. It's probably going to take 2 more streams to finish the season off, I would imagine. So Wednesday and then possibly Friday to finish this off. But yeah, let's just save up for now. Only this save game. No problem. Thanks for joining the stream as well. I'm just going to save that there. Yeah, so I want to finish this season, basically. So the only thing I worry about with finishing the season is, of course, if we do kind of keep touch for the title and we get like Champions League qualification, will I be able to then say, oh, maybe one more season? But I want to start a new save. I want to get like a journey man save going. Maybe starting with women's teams, try to win the Champions League in the 3 different playable continents in the game. So the Asian Women's Champions League, the North American, and the UEFA one as well. That might well be our first save. We will see how that goes. But yes, I'm gonna log off there. So thank you very much, Servant of the Wise, for jumping in the chat towards the end. Thank you also to Zesty Meister and Calcio Fiore for joining in the chat. Thank you to everybody who's been watching. and hope you have a good start to the week tomorrow. And we'll see you back here later on. Keep an eye on my channel page for when the next live's going to be.